Let's begin what's trending by taking reactions to the National Assembly's decision to stand firm in its decision to reject Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's plan to return to her legislative duties, stating that her 6-month suspension will stay in place until a Court of Appeal ruling. Well, according to Senate spokesman Yemi Adaramodu, this uncompromising position is based on the Senate's Standing Order 40, Clause 1, which asserts that matters in court should not be entertained. Adaramodu stressed that this is a constitutional rule that upholds institutional integrity, even if the public misinterprets it as a parliament being a banana republic. The Senate also warned the media against sensationalism, urging journalists to resist partisan pressure and promote responsible reporting. Dr. Bati, I'll take some tweets and I'll come to you because I have a few questions regarding this stance by the Senate. Now, Sola wrote, this is beyond belief. You cannot use the pendency of the judicial process to extend the punishment you have imposed. So a man appeals a 6-year jail sentence, and after completing his term, he has to remain in prison because his appeal has not been heard? Surely there are lawyers in the National Assembly. Well, another ex-user wrote, this is getting interesting. If a senator can't resume until court cases are cleared, should that rule apply across the board of all public office holders facing legal battles? What do you think? Fair standard or selective application? Am I overthinking this? Are we overthinking this, Dr. Bati? Because I also know that this whole idea, the Senate's position indicates that, Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan's return is solely dependent on a ruling from the Court of Appeal. Natasha, as we know, had written a letter telling the National Assembly of her intention to return on the 4th of September, exactly 6 months to the day of her suspension. But in reply, her request was rejected. Now, this is all based on the courts. That's what they're saying now.
Okay, we had a guest on this program, Mr. Ibrahim Wali, and in the course of the conversation with him, we tried to raise all the issues.
Yes.
Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan was sent on suspension March 6, and that, due to the efflution of time, that suspension expired effectively on September 4. However, the reality now is that the Senate is on recess. But Mrs. Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan had written that, well, even if the Senate is on recess, the suspension having expired, she should be granted access to her office. Because after all, when the Senate returns, she should have access to her office. There are projects, there are bills she's working on. She can, if she so likes, have access. It was on the basis of that the clerk of the National Assembly then said, oh, there are matters that are still pending in court. Well, I don't think that the clerk of the National Assembly has the authority to determine who comes back to the National Assembly or not. And that is why the leadership of the National Assembly should quickly look into this matter and take a decision. However, if they are going to go by what the clerk of the National Assembly has said, that there are cases at the level of appeal in court, and that those cases to go over them will amount to contempt of court, that it will be subjudicial because you will need the courts to take a decision one way or the other. Now, if you look at that, it looks like the case can go on forever.
Yes,
And that was why I referred to the point made by Justice Binta Nyako when she was looking at this same matter. When she said that, look, if you suspend somebody for over 180 days, which is the total number of time that, a Senate sits in a year, they're high about the people that she's representing. The people that will have been short-served, that will have been short-changed, that will have been denied the right to representation will be, our constituents. And I think that that is an important point. And on the basis of that, Justice Nyako advised that, look, the Senate also has a responsibility to look at its own rules and see that in trying to accuse any of your members for gross misconduct, that was the allegation, gross misconduct, that's what they said. You don't then deny the people who have their representatives in
Yes.
power. I think the leadership of the Senate should look at all of this and see how we can move beyond this particular matter, because it's embarrassing.
It is quite
not
embarrassing.
just to ordinary people, but also within the committee of parliamentarians.
Yeah.
There's something they call the International Interparliamentary Union,
Yeah.
IPU. That's the abbreviation. And I hope that they will find a way of resolving this matter so that we can all move forward.
Yeah, this is. I'm not sure you answered the question I asked.
Okay,
what your
which is-
opinion was about whether after serving her 6 months suspension, whether you feel it's right to just extend with the court. Did you answer me?
No. Nobody has said they are extending.
No, it appears
What
so
the clerk
because
said is that there are matters in court.
Yeah.
But I also said that
No, it's because she can't resume. That's what I'm asking.
The clerk is not the final authority.
Yeah.
And two, I said the Senate at the moment is on recess. They are not coming back until September 23.
23.
Now, they have the window to look at this matter. Maybe when they come back on September 23, it's a matter that they can discharge, because we don't need this distraction.
All right, well
actually.
said. All right. Well, we'll follow up on the story.
Like, share, subscribe for more political updates and news. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.